Greetings everyone. There is one important thing, and that is to ask yourself whether you feel like a victim of something, of somebody. You know, it can be something other people do or don't do, whatever. And why? Because today everybody can choose something to be a victim of. Even if you were brought up with a silver spoon and a comfy life, you can still find something for you, so you can associate your frustration and feel a victim because some other people do whatever. Now, being a victim is hard to make a definition that everybody accepts. Like one is, and nobody who's watching this video right now and me are in a situation where 10 people will come in and take you and go away and do something with you. That's definitely being a victim. Physically attacked, like the other day in Sweden, Afghan migrant attacked people. Now that's very common here. I've been bringing it up before in like long ago in the videos, and that problem isn't vanishing here in Sweden. And because of this whole scamdemic, it's very comfortable for cowards to speak about that and not comment and be active and speak about the real problems, the unemployment, the many people here who will do nothing, most of them young men, violent and always in groups. So yeah, you know, those people who were victims in that small town in Sweden, they are victims for real. Now, if, for example, somebody like myself and you, we find out that the whole system is rigged, the economy is rigged and everything, yeah, we are sort of victims. But if we continue to feel like victims and say like, oh, this all-powerful powers that be, they can do anything, I can't do nothing, then one is just incompetent or lazy. There's no two ways about it. Either you don't know what to do, you can't do anything, maybe you don't have arms and legs, or maybe you just don't know, I don't know, or maybe one is lazy to do anything about anything and such. So this is something I've observed, because I meet people with lots of various backgrounds and ideas about things, and too many of them I feel are feeling like they're victims because of those and them and that. No, you have to be in the winning team or you're a weakling. There's no two ways about it. You're either incompetent or lazy. There's always something to do. And let me see, nature is about struggling. You know, these trees, oh, this is a maintained forest, but anyway, everything here is struggling to survive. Life is a struggle. Now be glad that you can struggle for your cause without having I don't know, 2 knights coming in late at night and taking you away and chopping off your head in front of the king the day after that. Be grateful that you don't have to be burned for anything. Well, we're not really there, but still we have censorship. It's not easy, I know all about that, but still, whining and victimhood, victimization of yourself is a disgraceful thing, and everybody should question themselves. I do that too. It's okay to realize what's going on and see how it affects you, but the choice to be a victim is something you do for yourself, and there are 2 reasons for that: incompetence and laziness, or cowardness, whatever. You see? So we have people feeling victims because they are of a race, or they come from another place, or because they like this, don't like that. It's so easy these days because people live maybe too comfortably And maybe people were sold the lie that life is supposed to be some kind of ephemeral sway without any struggle. Life is about facing things, meeting people, engaging with them, agreeing, disagreeing, and still maintaining a culture of society, right? And life is a struggle. And struggle isn't something, you know, like a poor guy becoming a famous sportsman. That's okay, it's good for that person, but that's not it. Struggle is about, you know, working, wiping the ass of your children. That's life. Making food, throwing garbage, being active, using your head, gathering information. And then after all that is done, still be able to say, I'm not a victim, I'm actually struggling, I'm doing something. You see? That's why I say, like, I like to have winners around me. I don't like whining victimization. I call that out. Because no matter who owns the banking system and who makes the decisions for war, that's a fact. It affects all of us. But you choose how you want to deal with that. And the thing here is, and this is the same for spiritual growth, is when you start that path and you go along for a while, it's easy to fall down. For example, when you realize how the world is organized, how the cosmos is, and cosmos means of the earth, organizing of the earth. Kosmis was a German word for organization within the army ranks in the 1800s and earlier. So yeah, and much of it has to do, I think, with satisfaction in life in one way or another. Because in a sense, when you feel a victim, when you feel you are in a position because of somebody else, there is some truth to that. Like, okay, that guy broke my leg, or I don't know, something. But what you do with that afterwards totally depends on one's own mind. And kind of the only legitimate definitions of victimization or victimhood is, for example, being assaulted, being attacked, being chased with an axe. Just like in this small town in Sweden, people just buying groceries. Imagine, think about yourself. You're going out there, you're buying something for dinner. You're thinking about, I don't know, something. Even if you're like physically able to defend yourself, that might not, you might be too surprised for that event. And this is crazy. Now I want to finish this video, hopefully keep it on 10 minutes. When people feel like victims, and this is the most important thing, then you have a mix of fear and of hate, because it's because of them, those people, because they do or don't do. And that's a trap. And only you know, weak-minded people fall for that. And we are all born kind of with the same options or capabilities. So, you know, don't judge. We're all lagging behind. Sometimes we're ahead of other people, sometimes other people are ahead of us. But that's just that. I just wanted to make this video because so many people whine and complain and feel victims of things, which they do have the every day in their life. They have the possibility to change that. Nobody's bombing them, nobody's taking away their food, nothing at all. But still they feel like the grandest victim, and they don't do anything about it besides talking. the laziness. Yeah, there's always something to do. Nature, life is a struggle. Struggle is beautiful. Because when you struggle, you win and you lose. And those who are afraid to lose will never win. Those who have won something, they don't fear a loss. The struggle is constant. You see? It's the way of life. The way of Zen. That's life. And it's beautiful. So please tell me, all the problems you are realizing, getting informed about, you do have a possibility to change that. You do. I know. I have, in some way or another. And realize that 300 years ago in a different place, or right now in a different place in the world, and who knows, somebody might be watching from a super regulated country through a VPN or a Tor browser or something, but no, nobody will persecute you directly. But we will get there. We will get there. That's the thing. You know, people get arrested for nothing these days. Police are very cocky about normal people. And the cowards are very cocky about everything. But few people dare to regulate actual criminality. And I've talked about this in earlier videos. Like in Sweden, you can have a mafia funeral. The police won't show up. Today, when people went out to protest against restrictions, well, there were some cops in gas masks and whatnot. You see, there are certain people who will kick and fight what's easy to fight. There are certain people who will pick the low-hanging fruits of something. Those are not the same people who will be have a continuity in their action. You know, it comes about values and honor. So there's always something to do. Life is a beautiful struggle, and just be aware of that. Scrutinize yourself. It's easy to scrutinize everything else. Right, let's go and get that table and get some work done tonight. I wish you a super fine weekend. Take care and all the best.